All right, so we are going to look at another inequality for a triangle today. So using the triangle inequality property, which states that the sum of the lengths of two sides of a triangle must be greater than the length of the third side, we can find possible lengths for a triangle. So we were just doing this one where we were looking at it to determine if they can be the lengths of a triangle. Now we're trying to determine what the lengths of the third side could be. So we're just kind of extending this skill a little bit. So the side lengths of triangle are 13, 20, and x units. So the figure above gives one possible configuration of the triangle. Determine the possible values of x. Write your answer as an inequality. Use x only once in your inequality. So what we're going to do is we're going to test this. We're going to take that inequality, the triangle inequality property, and we're going to apply it. So we're going to add the two sides. So in this case, I'm starting with 20 and x. So 20 plus x is greater than 13. So it has to be greater than 13 or in order to be a triangle. So any two sides have to be greater than the third side. So I'm going to subtract 20 from both sides because I want to get x by itself. So if I subtract, I get -7. Well, right away, if it's a length, if it's a distance, it cannot be negative. So that I'm actually going to ignore, and I'm going to move on to the next one. So x plus 13, I'm just kind of moving around here. So x plus 13 also has to be greater than 20. So x plus 13, I'm going to subtract 13 from both sides, and I end up with +7 this time, since I'm subtracting the smaller number from the larger number. So that one's okay. And the last two, I have 13 plus 20 has to be greater than x. So I end up with 33 has to be greater than x. So one of these will end up with negative. You always end up with one of these negative. So we cannot have a negative length. So right away, I'm going to ignore that negative length. Whichever one is negative, it's going to be one of the three that it happens with. So now I'm just going to write my statement. I have x has to be greater than 7 or 33 has to be greater than x. So because they want me to write it into a statement like this, I want x in the middle. So x has to be greater than 7. I can kind of read it that way because it's open to the x kind of going backwards. So 7 has to be less than x, and x has to be less than 33. So it's between 7 and 33. Those are my options. Any number between 7 and 33 will work. Now, because it's less than, I can't actually choose 7 and 33. They will not work. It has to be something more than 7 or it has to be something less than 33. All right, so that's determining the possible side lengths for a third side of a triangle using the triangle inequality property. I hope that helped, and I will see you in the next video.